with the How Bad Is It series, I can't do Ottawa or Carolina. I can't. Because we don't know what Carolina or Ottawa, what Ottawa or Carolina are going to do at this point. Carolina's almost done revamping their core. Skinner would be the last piece, and there's lots of rumors about him being moved. And, of course, Ottawa, there's the Erik Karlsson cloud hanging over everything. The Rangers, I don't have that problem with the Rangers, and yet I kind of do. I kind of do, because Kevin Hayes is a name that was out there a lot, and he's one of those restricted free agents that the Rangers may not want to pay as much as he thinks he should get. So what you're left with is a roster that may very well resemble this. Okay, you got it? You all set? You got it all figured out? You're all good? All right. So on the left side, it would be Kreider, Spooner. Ryan Spooner can play center as well. Jimmy Vesey, and Holland. I can't see Holland being in the lineup. I can't. And again, I went from roster resource, and I use them just for the quick hit. And this is not an official, and I always have to say this is not an official season preview. Season previews have a lot more depth to them, a lot more numbers. This is just an overlook. Down the middle, the Rangers have Zibanejad, Nemesnikov, Hayes, who can play the wing. I'm not sure why Hayes is listed as a center here, unless he was playing center at the end of the year for the Rangers, but honestly, I think Hayes is better off on the wing. And, of course, you have Anderson, Elias Anderson. Which line is he going to play on? If he ends up coming in and playing second-line center, that could move Nemesnikov to the wing, or Anderson moves to the wing. And then there's Boo Nieves. And I thought that Boo Nieves looked decent enough last season in limited role that I think he warrants further investigation. Now, on the right side, Zuccarello, who there were all kinds of rumors Zuccarello was going to go, and it hasn't happened yet. Buchnevich, who all Rangers fans love, and now that Alain Vigneault's gone, Buchnevich should be allowed to play his game and should get more ice time. Jesper Fast, who I like. And Hedl. So where does Hedl fall in this lineup? Basically, Hedl and Anderson could speed up this rebuild really, really fast. And then there's Ville Meskinen, who was signed last fall. And you don't sign a guy who's in his early 20s, mid-20s, not expecting him to crack the roster. So I would expect Meskinen to get every opportunity to make the team. Blue line is a little more up for grabs, in my eyes. Shea, Shattenkirk, sure, I can handle those two as the top two. You got Stahl, Pionk, Gilmore, D'Angelo. In any mixture with those four. It'll be interesting to see what the Rangers do. Because you've also got Kampfer. Now, Kampfer's a number 7 at best. O'Gara, who they picked up from Boston. Bigra, who they qualified. They acquired him in a trade, which means they're probably going to want to play him. And then Clayson, who they signed as a free agent out of Ottawa. So there's a lot of names on this blue line. Tons of names on this blue line. But how many of these guys make the roster, and who do they end up getting rid of? Who gets sent to the minors, or who gets traded or waived, or what happens? In net, you've got Lundqvist, and Georgiev looks like he's going to be the backup. He may play more games than any other Lundqvist backup in history, because the Rangers need to figure out what they're going to do after Lundqvist retires. And then there's that Shesterkin kid, who it'll be interesting to see how he does when he arrives in North America. Now, this year's first-round draft picks, you got Kravtsov. I don't think he pushes for any of it. I think he's at least a year out. K'Andre Miller is at least a year out, probably 2 or more. And then there's Nils Lundqvist. There's a lot of unknowns with the Rangers, but I will say this. They've got a lot of good prospects. They've got decent depth at every position. And they've still got cap space. So while we all may be all ready to, the Rangers are kind of screwed, they're not, though. They they have the depth. The question really then becomes who leads the team in scoring. Does Namestnikov do that in his first full year as a Ranger? Does Buchnevich finally realize that potential? Does Kreider come up with a huge season? Is Zibanejad ready for a big breakthrough? Like, there's a lot of guys who could. And then there's Zuccarello, who, again, most of this past season, I kept hearing Zuccarello's going to move, he's going to get moved, he's going to get traded. And now it hasn't happened. Doesn't mean it won't, and that's part of the reason why I was holding off on the Rangers too, but I realized the Rangers are likely going to stick with most of these guys. It's unlikely this roster is going to change a whole lot before the season starts, but we've got quite a ways to go before that, don't we? So there you go. Let me know your line combos for the Rangers. Let me know how you think they're going to do this coming season. Hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. And, I'm home tomorrow. And for people wondering about this, that happened in floor hockey, and it's not as bad as it looks. It's kind of changing colors, which is usually a sign that it's healing. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.